Tell me a little bit about Rose Hill and what your main goal or purpose with your company, facility, what that is.
Okay, Rose Hill Center is a residential treatment facility for adults with serious mental illness. That means people from all over the country, actually all over the world, come and live on our 400-acre campus. And we work with them on learning to deal with their mental health diagnosis. We are very much a hopeful program in that we help people to leave our program better able to handle independent living.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Um, so what is your opinion on the stigma against mental health in our society? And do you think there's a way to actively combat that?
Well, that's something that we all work on, isn't it?
Mhm.
Um, Despite the fact that so many people experience some level of mental health concern, anxiety, depression. I think the ratio is 1 in 4 now.
Mhm.
Um, there still remains a great deal of stigma, and that influences people's ability to seek treatment and the ability of insurance companies to pay for treatment, and
Right.
just it really does affect people's ability to get care
Mhm.
um, or receive care. So it's still, you know, a huge problem, and we're always seeking ways to combat stigma. And I think it's possible, and I think it's possible with more awareness, more discussion, normalizing the fact that nobody has total mental health.
Right.
I think we're all on a spectrum somewhere.
Mhm.
And just changing the mindset of people is what it will take to really reduce that stigma.
Right. You're totally right. What is your opinion on the lack of access to healthcare for people struggling with mental health? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, the stigma is part of that payers don't see mental health concerns in the same light that they see physical health concerns. And so that makes funding for treatment much more complex. And there's no standard for treatment, and there's no standard for what insurance companies will pay for.
Mhm.
So, you know, there are a lot of laws that have been passed. Parity laws, for example, in Michigan, were designed to bring some parity between mental health care and physical health care, and they really have not been successful.
Right.
So there just has to be some uh, coordination between mental health and physical health care, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, are there any specific experiences that you've witnessed through Rose Hill that have shown how important mental health awareness is?
Mental health awareness. Well, we struggle with that with our residents that have thought disorders.
Mhm.
So people, through no fault of their own, as part of the illness, are not aware that they're ill.
Right.
So that makes coming up with a treatment plan and moving forward with your life that much
Mhm.
harder, because the illness itself is telling you you're not ill, and
Right.
you don't experience that with anything. Your heart does not tell you that, you know, it doesn't have clogged arteries.
Yeah.
So yeah, the self-awareness is really makes it difficult for folks that are experiencing that symptom.
Gotcha. And what kind of treatment or services does Rose Hill offer?
Rose Hill is totally residential. That means people live on our campus for 6 to 12 months. They receive individual therapy, group therapy, psychiatric care, medication management, um, a variety of specialty therapies such as DBT and RODBT and EMDR.
All right. Well, what kind of challenges do your patients typically face that lead them to come to Rose Hill?
Because we work with folks that are very seriously ill,
Mhm.
um, the majority of residents have had one or more hospitalizations before they come to us. Quite often, they have lost jobs or been unable to live their daily lives in a way that they would like to. So
Mm.
it really does impact their ability uh, to live the life that they would want. So a lot of times people are in and out of the hospital or in and out of jail, or
Mhm.
they've developed a substance use disorder. Um, Quite often we will see people who have had suicide attempts or are just not functioning the way that they would like to be.
Right. Well, I think that's all I had for you. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we close out?
Well, just that we are Joint Commission accredited. We do outcome assessments and we have data on the success of our program. And to visit our website, I guess.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. And you've been a great help.